Hello guys, I'm here again to talk to you about another story. This time, story about pronunciation. To talk to you about something that happened to me again in the United States when I was there a million years ago. It was in 2001. My name is Cristina, I'm an English teacher, and I'm gonna talk to you about that story to check your English today. So when I was there, I used to work in a restaurant, and I had a colleague who was British. He was English from London. And I remember he asked me to take care of his son. His son was about, to be a nanny, right? To babysit him, in other words. And his son was about 3 or 4 years old, the same age my nephew was here in Brazil. And I said, okay, I'm used to playing and staying with little children because of my nephew. So I said, okay, it was good money. He was going to pay me for that. And then I went to his house, and when I got there, his father said it was really easy to take care of the boy because he loved watching TV, especially Peter Pan. And it was okay to take care of him. And I said, okay, no problem. And he left the house, and I was there with his son all by myself. And the boy finished his dinner, who was quite independent. He finished his dinner, and he cleaned his mouth with the napkin. It was so cute to see that. And then I thought, I'm not gonna invite him to watch TV right away. Let me think about something I could do with him before doing that. And then I remember I used to play with my nephew here back in Brazil. I used to run after him and pretend I was chasing him, and he loved it. And I said, okay, I'm going to do that with this boy. And I started chasing him, like running after him, and he would go like, Toppy, Toppy. He would run away from me and go like, Toppy, Toppy. Okay, and I said, well, interesting, he's just enjoying our thing here. And when I finished playing, we were exhausted. I was really tired, and he as well. And then I said, okay, I started thinking, what did he mean by Toppy? And then I realized Toppy was stop. He wanted me to stop playing with him. He didn't like that thing. And I thought he was enjoying, he was having fun, But I couldn't realize that. I couldn't notice that Toppy meant stop. Oh my God, it was horrible to get to know that. And then I said, okay, let's now watch Peter Pan. I invited him to watch Peter Pan. I looked at him and I said, Finch, his name was, I think it was like that. And I said, let's watch Peter Pan. And he looked at me and didn't do anything. And I said again, let's watch Peter Pan. And he was like, nothing happened. And I thought, my God, something is wrong, because his father said he loved Peter Pan. And I kept asking him, let's watch Peter Pan. And the third time I asked him, let's watch Peter Pan, I realized I should be saying, let's watch Peter Pan, not Peter Pan. And when I said, let's watch Peter Pan, then he ran and he looked for the TV, and he was stuck there because he really loved Peter Pan. So it was something about pronunciation. Sometimes we think pronunciation is not that important. Some of my students think it's not that important. You can say something similar to that word, but no. Pronunciation is really, really important, and we should pay attention to that, okay? You don't need to speak perfect English because we're not native speakers. So just don't worry about that. Start speaking. If you don't start speaking, you will never speak. And sometimes we do make mistakes, but that's not a problem, okay? You just need to communicate, but pronunciation is a problem because they do not understand if you don't say the correct word, okay? And also, I remember another story. I was a waitress in an Italian restaurant there in the United States. And there was a client in the place. She was having her lunch. And she looked at me and said, "Can you pass me the salt?" And I was like, "I'm sorry?" And she, again, "Can you pass me the salt?" And I was like, "I'm sorry?" And she went like, "Can you pass me the salt?" For the third time, I said, "I'm sorry." And she got really furious. She was stressed. She said, "Can you pass me the salt?" And I was like, she just shout the word, and I had to understand because she was really furious. And I was, I had to understand the word salt because in my head, pessoal, na minha cabeça, sal era muito parecido com salt. Seria salt em inglês, né? Salt. Às vezes a gente faz essas associações loucas assim. E aí, quando ela me falou salt, aquela palavra com a pronúncia bem fechada, salt, que é a pronúncia correta, eu fiquei assim, meu Deus, eu nunca tinha escutado aquela palavra de um americano, né? Então, pra mim foi um choque, assim, mas aprendi na marra, salt, né? Bem fechado. Então, pra quem acha que é salt, não é salt, tá? Agora, a gente vai dar uma olhadinha em duas estruturas que eu queria conversar com vocês que, em inglês, que é o seguinte, é o would e used to. São duas estruturas que a gente usa para falar sobre o passado, quando a gente está contando histórias, falando de coisas no passado, tá? Essas duas expressões, elas são possíveis de serem usadas para o passado. Por exemplo, no primeiro slide aí, a gente pode ver que tanto would quanto used to são usados para se referir a habits, hábitos no passado, tá? Só que used to tem uma diferença, ele também serve para se referir a states. E o que seria isso? Seriam estados, condições, né, no passado. Quer ver? Vocês vão entender no próximo slide. Dá uma olhadinha aí no exemplo. He had a very energetic childhood. He would play soccer with his friends every day. Então, como eu estou falando de um hábito do menino no passado, eu vou dizer, ele teve uma infância bem ativa, né, enérgica. Ele costumava jogar futebol com os amigos todos os dias. Esse would, ele serve para falar do passado, né, de hábitos no passado. Era um hábito dele jogar futebol todos os dias. Então, he would play soccer with his friends. Eu poderia usar também, ao invés de would, a gente poderia usar used to. He used to play soccer with his friends. São hábitos, podemos usar tanto would quanto used to. São duas expressões que a gente fala sobre o passado. Seria mais ou menos assim, ele jogava futebol com os amigos, né? O nosso pretérito imperfeito, né? Então, seria isso. Só que, olhando ali do lado, a gente tem aquilo que eu me referi quando eu disse states, tá? Used to, ele serve para falar de states, mas não o would, de condições. Por exemplo, sabe esses verbos que não são de ação? Por exemplo, jogar, quer dizer, para aí, verbo que não são de ação fica estranho, né? Jogar, mas assim, que não dão a ideia de movimento, é isso que eu quero dizer, tá? Sabe esses verbos assim, tipo sentir, ter, entender, não são verbos de movimento, né? Então, esses a gente não usa com o would, esses a gente usa com used to para falar do passado. Olha o exemplo. He used to feel so happy when he was playing soccer with his friends. Então, assim, ó, ele costumava se sentir tão feliz quando ele estava jogando futebol com os amigos. Esse sentir não dá ideia de não é um verbo que dá ideia de um movimento, né? Então eu vou usar used to. Ele costumava sentir. Eu não poderia usar would aí, porque a gente não tá falando então de um hábito, a gente tá falando de state. Ali embaixo, he used to have a professional ball. Ter também não dá ideia de movimento, né? Então, assim, ó, ele costumava ter uma bola profissional. Então, aí eu não vou poder usar o would, né? Aí eu vou usar o used to. Aí eu coloquei também um exemplo no passado negativo, tá? He didn't used to feel lonely. Ele não costumava se sentir sozinho, solitário. E aí, reparem que o didn't, né, é que coloca a frase no passado, porque o did é o auxiliar do passado. E aí, reparem que o use, ele fica no presente, não é mais used com o D, né? É no presente. E aí a pergunta também como exemplo ali, did you used to play with your brother? Você costumava jogar com o seu irmão? Aí a gente tem o did iniciando a pergunta, porque ele é um verbo auxiliar no passado, a pergunta é no passado, a gente tem o did que inicia essa pergunta, e o use, ele vai então no presente por causa do did. Quando eu usei no meu exemplo do menino, que eu cuidei, eu falei do meu sobrinho, né, que eu costumava, então, brincar com ele aqui no Brasil, eu falei, I would play with my nephew, alguma coisa assim. Era um costume, eu podia dizer, I used to play with my nephew, I would play with my nephew back in Brazil, ok? Então, essas são as dicas de hoje, pessoal.